Hello everyone, Dave here with a new Comic Book Day haul and recommendations video for all of you. Hit up the comic shop on Friday and picked up my books from this week. So I'm here to show you what I got and give you my recommendations. There's a lot of books here and also quite a bit of recommendations. There's a lot of really good books this week, so I'm going to jump right into it right now. We're actually going to start off with a book that did not come out this week. This actually came out last week. It wasn't on my radar. However, after watching somebody else's comic haul video last week, it was on a YouTube channel, Brian LCS, that was the name of the YouTube channel. He had this in his haul and it looked interesting, so I figured I'd pick it up and try it out. And this is going to be We Live, Age of the I'm going to say Palladions. I don't know if that's correct or not, but I'm going to go with Palladions from Aftershock Comics, and this is issue number 1. A little unique thing with this one is that there's actually two versions of issue number 1. You've got this one, the white cover, and there's also another one here. It's the black cover, and they're both issue number 1. However, they both have different content in them, so I guess what they did was they spread issue number 1 over 2 different issues, I guess. Interesting, a little different. So yeah, these also have gatefold covers, so you have the inside pops out here, so you have the back and the front all connecting into this this interior cover that comes out. So they both have that. This is for the black one. Try to get the glare out of here. Alright, so that's We Live, Age of the Paladins, issue number 1 from Aftershock Comics, and again this came out last week. And on to this week's, everything that came out this week. We've got Last Book You'll Ever Read, issue number 6, and this is from Vault Comics, and this is the cover A. And then we've got the cover B. And of course we got the cover C, the Not So Safe for Work cover, covered up here with the black cover and the poly bag. And then we got King Spawn, issue number 8 from Image Comics, and this is cover A. And then The Silver Coin Has Returned, issue number 10 from Image Comics, and this is cover A. And this is cover B. And then we got Blade Runner Origins, issue number 10 from Titan Comics, and this is cover A. And then we got The Walking Dead Deluxe, issue number 35 from Image Comics, and this is cover A. And then on the back here, you've got the original issue number 35 cover art. And then we've got Stillwater, The Escape, and this is a one-shot from Image Comics. And then you have The Scorched, issue number 3 from Image Comics, and this is cover A. And then you've got cover B here, and this one is an homage to X-Men Volume 2, number 1. I actually have that here, so a little comparison. Pretty cool. Really cool. And then we got Time Before Time, issue number 11 from Image Comics, and this is cover A. And then we've got Shadowman, issue number 7 from Valiant, and this is cover A. And then we've got Life Zero, issue number 2, and this is from Ablaze, and this is cover A. And this one is cover D, and this is actually an homage to Uncanny X-Men, issue number 132. Then we've got Little Monsters, issue number 1 from Image Comics, and this is the cover B. And then we got a bunch of Nyx covers. Nyx number 5 is out, and this is cover A. And then we've got cover B. And then we've got cover C. And we've got cover D. And then cover E, which is a black and white variant of cover D. And then we've got cover F, which is a virgin variant of cover C. And then we've got cover G, a virgin variant of cover B. And then we've got cover H, black and white variant with a little bit of color sprinkled in there, the variant of cover A. And then we've got cover J, and this one is an homage to Wizard magazine issue number 1, which had Spider-Man on the cover in the same outfit and pose. And this is cover K. And we've got cover L. And then we got a little weird one here. This is cover M. And as you can see in the upper corner there, it has a 4 instead of a 5. I have to look into that and see what's up with that. I don't know. I'm assuming that's a misprint of some kind. But this is Nyx issue number 5, cover M, but it has number 4 on it. That's kind of weird. And then we got cover R, which is the virgin variant of cover J. And just for a little comparison, we got Wizard, the magazine issue number 1 with Spider-Man on it. There's the little comparison of how they look. Pretty cool. And then we got a couple of trade paperbacks that came in. We got the Robotech Archives, and this is going to be Robotech 2 The Sentinels, Volume 2. And this one has the Robotech The Sentinels. They split it up, I think, into 3 quote-unquote books, because there was a bunch of different publishers for Robotech 2, The Sentinels comics. So this is collecting book, quote-unquote, book 2, which is issues 1 through 21. Hopefully there's going to be a third volume. I haven't seen it solicited yet, unless I missed it. But hopefully there will be a third one, which I think will be the last one. And yeah, I hope that they don't. I hope it's sold so that, you know, they continue it. I don't want to have just like part of the collection. So that's that. And then we've got Blade Runner Origins, and this is volume 2. And this one collects issues 5 through 8 of Blade Runner Origins. And then we've got 2000 AD Regend number 3, and this is from Rebellion. Alright, so one other thing that I picked up, actually got in the mail on Friday. It's an eBay purchase. It's a vintage magazine. I had seen somebody post about it on Twitter recently. I saw it, decided to pick it up. And that is the Comics Journal, issue number 89 from March of 1984. And the reason this is a little bit of a collector's item is that it has one of the first printed images of the Ninja Turtles in here. In the Newswatch section, it has an advertisement for TMNT number 1 from Mirage Studios. And along with that little blurb is a image of Leonardo. So it's one of the very early printed images of the Ninja Turtles, predating issue number 1. It says predates issue number 1. So it's in pretty decent shape too, from what I can tell. And hopefully one of these days I'll be able to get it graded, and hopefully it'll get a decent grade. Alright everyone, so let me give you my recommendations from this week's haul. Like I said in the intro, there was a lot of really good books that came out this week, so we got a few more recommendations than normal. So we're going to jump right in. So we got, first one up here is Little Monsters, issue number 1 from Image Comics. Let's jump in, check out some of the artwork here for it. Check out a little bit more. Alright, so with this book, we've got Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. I think I'm pronouncing that properly. If I'm not, I apologize. And they're at it again with another project of theirs, with their trademark unique art style and story. They previously worked together on a series that I collected called Descender, and then of course Ascender, 2 connected series there from Image Comics from a few years ago. And you know, they work really well together. The art is all black and white with some colors splashed in here and there. We get introduced to the main characters, who are the last children on Earth, who are roaming around and playing in what looks like a destroyed post-apocalyptic city. It doesn't say what city it is. It doesn't really matter, at least at this point. You also find out that they are vampires. I wasn't sure really what they were supposed to be until later on they showed their teeth and some of the way that they were eating kind of gave a hint that they're vampires. They're the only ones around, but one of them makes a little discovery that may prove this to not be the case. So this was a solid first issue to start the series off, and I'm certainly looking forward to more, and I'm sure it's going to be continue to be very good. And next up we've got The Silver Coin, and this is issue number 10 from Image Comics. And jump right in here. Check out some of the classic Silver Coin artwork. Alright, so the previous issue, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't very impressed with it. I didn't really care for it that much, which is probably the first issue of the Silver Coin that I really didn't care much about. But this issue, they're right back to form, right back to where they were before. You got your creepy artwork and the great writing, of course, in this issue. Excuse me. You got a girl in here who seems to be able to communicate with animals, and she's also into the occult. She ends up getting lured into a wooded area where she retrieves the coin and sets out to perform a ritual to rid the world of the coin's curse. But of course, if you've been reading this series, you probably have an idea of how it turns out. The book brings in some characters and touches on the storyline from issue number 5 of the series, which in that issue we learn about the coin's origin. So it was a very good story here, and I really enjoyed it. And I like that little callback to issue number 5. There's also a special little side story kind of thing in the back there. There's no visuals, but it's just text. It's like an interview between somebody and some police sergeant, I think it was, about an incident involving possibly involving the Silver Coin. The next one, I'm really looking forward to the next one. I'm just trying to not get my expectations too high, because the advertisement at the end of this book says that the writer for issue number 11 is going to be James Tynion IV of Something is Killing the Children, House of Slaughter, Nice House on the Lake. the guy is such an amazing writer, such a great writer, and you know, I have high expectations for this next issue. I think it's going to be really crazy, and I hope it is. I just hope I don't get myself too worked up over it. I hope I don't have too high of expectations. But I'm really looking forward to the next issue. And these. Next up, we've got Shadowman, issue number 7 from Valiant. Let's jump in, check out some of your Shadowman artwork here. A little bit more. All right, so the series is pretty good so far. I'm really liking it. You got the very nice artwork in this one, great writing in this issue, of course. We've got Shadowman, Punk Mambo, Alyssa, and the Abettors are all teamed up together in a full-on battle against the physical embodiment of the dead side. She's managed to open up a bunch of blights all over the world, so her minions and creatures are all coming into the living world and causing all sorts of havoc. And of course these guys gotta fight them off and try and find a way to close the blights and defeat the physical embodiment of the dead side, basically a god. Most jump right into the battle right away, but you have Shadowman kind of hanging back a little bit, just having some inner turmoil, and then eventually when he comes to, he devises a risky plan for them to win the war. So apparently the next issue, it says, is the conclusion of this arc. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this arc ends. I'm looking forward to that next issue. It's going to be pretty good, I'm sure. Also on the back here, you've got of course, like always, you got the advertisement for Shadowman Remastered, the classic PC game from back in the day. Every time I see this thing, I really want to get it. So I think one of these days, I'm going to have to purchase it and download it and play it again. It's been a long time. But anyway, all right, moving on. Next one we got Time Before Time, issue number 11 from Image Comics. Let's jump in here. All right, some of the artwork here for this one. A little bit more. All right, so this issue is continuing, of course, with the unique art style that they've had throughout all the other issues, and some fun writing in this one. This was a really good one. I liked the previous issue, but this one I really liked a lot more than the previous issue. So they it's gotten even better. This is really good. So this one picks up obviously where the last issue left off, with battle raging in the future between the bigwigs from the Syndicate and some mercs who are, they assume, mercs for hire, hired by the Union to take them out. Meanwhile, you've got Nadia and a friend of hers that she's with being interrogated. They briefly escape, but they end up getting recaptured. And then Tetsuo and Kevin the robot end up arriving in hilarious fashion and intervene and save Nadia and her friend. The three of them eventually they set out on a new adventure to deal with the life-altering news that Kevin gave Tetsuo at the end of the previous issue, and they also touched on in the beginning of this issue. So this is the excuse me, this is the end of the second story arc for this series. So the next issue will be the start of the third one. Towards the end here, you get like a little brief, I guess, cameo, you could say, of somebody who I'm guessing is going to be the next baddie for the next arc. So I'm looking forward to more and seeing where this goes and how they deal with Tatsuo's situation. Alright, and next up we've got The Last Book You'll Ever Read, issue number 6, and this is from Vault Comics. Pretty crazy cover there, huh? Just so indicative of this series and how it's gone. A little bit of art. I'll show you the artwork here. See, we got a crazy image in here. Some weird stuff in this series. All right, so it's more gory art and great story. I liked the previous issue, number 5, but just like Time Before Time, this issue was a lot better than the previous one. Even though I liked the previous one, I really like this one a lot better. Really, really cool. So at the end of the last issue, you got Connor roaming around in the woods, and he finds what would be, I guess, like a totem, or yeah, I guess it'd be more like a totem, I guess, or monument made out of dead bodies. He realizes that the people of the commune that took them in and has been, helping them, are not what they seem, and that him and Olivia need to get the hell out of there. Olivia, meanwhile, is taken to a house on the property, and she's shown an ancient book, which provides a huge revelation about the book that she wrote and its effects on the world. So it's pretty interesting. Olivia and Connor end up meeting up, and they make their way out of the area of the commune and into what seems like a ghost town. And of course, they run into some issues. But this was a really good chapter in this story. Very interesting revelation about her book and what it is. Yeah, I didn't see that coming, and I thought it was really good. I really liked it. I really like that revelation. So I'm really looking forward to the next chapter, and of course, eventually seeing how all this plays out. So it's getting more and more interesting as things go on, which is really good for a series. They keep me coming back for more. All right, so next up, we got Life Zero, issue number 2, and this is from Ablaze Comics. Let's jump in. Pretty cool cover there, right? Pretty crazy. Okay, jump in, check out some of the artwork here. I have to say, I really like the artwork in this series. I really, really do. I think it's just I just think it's so cool. The way that the way it's drawn, like this is like this. This is amazing. This spread here, these 2 pages. I really, really like it. So you've got, the team's extraction plan is ruined, so now they got to figure out a way out of town. And they're able to briefly escape the wave of zombies that are coming at them. But of course, one of them screws it all up, so now they have to go back on foot and find a place to stay. There's a pretty good battle sequence, and a figure from the captain's past is revealed to be behind his rescue. They make their way to a safe location, but things are not looking so good for one of the members of the team. I really enjoyed this one. The action felt fast-paced, when they had their battles, especially that pretty big battle, but it was not too fast. And the writing is solid, and the art is eerie and graphic. I just love the artwork in this book. It's really, really nice. And even the covers. This cover, and I want to get the cover B. The cover B has really nice artwork on it. So I'm certainly looking forward to the next issue and seeing where they go from here. And lastly, we got one left, or two, however you want to look at it. Oh, we got We Live, Age of the Palladions, as I'm going to pronounce it, from Aftershock. This is issue number 1. And this is the white cover here. And of course, the other one got the black cover right here. So check out some artwork in both of them. Pretty much the same in terms of art style and all. And then here's from this one. This is a really cool shot right here. It's a cool shot. Nice 2-page spread there. Alright, so there was some fine artwork in these books and some solid writing. I'm told that there's another series set in this world, or in the We Live series. Came out a while ago, I'm guessing, because I've never heard of it previously. I'm gonna have to look into it a little bit more. But they make it so that you really don't need to read those books in order to understand what's happening here. So you could pick these up without having read the previous stuff, and they outline basically right in the beginning here what's going on. It's kind of an interesting thing here that they have. But you have the two different issue number 1s for this. They both have different content, so I mean you can read both, but there's no set order. You should read both, but there's no set order in which one you read first or second. You can read the black one first or the white, or vice versa. It doesn't really matter. So it's an interesting way of doing it. I've never seen that before. So we've got the city leaders. They're a little bit of a turmoil, a little bit of one has one idea of how to handle a situation, the other one has another idea. And we're also introduced to the Paladins, who seem to be people in enhanced suits of some kind that are protectors of life. And apparently there's a bunch of monsters that have risen up, and they've decimated the planet, and now they're attacking this city and coming close to destroying it. Because apparently there is a shield that the city's been using to try and protect itself, but it's not fully functional. But the people in the city also have other problems that they are having to deal with besides the monsters that are trying to kill them from the outside. Another interesting little gimmick that they have in here is in both books, there's a couple pages where there's these little barcodes in the corners, and if you take your phone and scan the barcodes, it takes you to the YouTube page of this series. And there is a We Live YouTube page, and when you scan the barcode, it takes you there. And apparently they had somebody compose music for this series, and it's music. It has images from the scene that has the barcode on it, and the music is actually pretty good. Actually, I liked it. Doesn't have any singing in it or anything like that. It's just straight up like music score. So it's pretty cool. But it seems like an interesting series so far, and I'm definitely going to pick up the next issue and to see where this is going. So hopefully it'll continue to be pretty good. Alright everyone, so that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, then thank you very much. Your support is much appreciated. Alright, also leave me a comment down below if you like. Let me know what books you picked up, which books you recommend. Let me know if you picked up any of these recommendations, or if you have them already and what you think of them. Or just say hi. Always love hearing from you. All right. One little side note for this coming week. There will not be a new comic book day haul video because I only have the previews and one, maybe two comics, I think, on order for this week. So I'm going to hold off on that and put those in with the following week's video. You know, it wouldn't be much of a video with just the previews and one or two comics. So until next time, be safe, be well, and I'll catch you later.
Yeah, I'm just